Hello, my name is Alexander Drexel, and today I want to show you my app charts, my favorite apps for interpreters. Most of them are apps for the iPad, but some of them are also available for other platforms. Most of them are free, some you have to pay for, but I won't mention the prices because they keep changing all the time. And also I have sorted the apps in alphabetical order. Now, let's get started. The first app is 1Password. Nowadays we all use a lot of websites every day, day in, day out. Email, social networks, shopping, home banking, just to name a few. You know, you should have a unique password for each of those sites. You do know that. Well, 1Password makes it very easy to generate and manage secure passwords for all the sites and apps that you use on a regular basis. All you have to remember is one strong master password. But the app manages not only logins, but also credit card information, ID documents, reward programs, or software licenses. 1Password is available for Apple devices and for Android. A good alternative as well is LastPass. Next up, Audible. Did you know that books can not only be read, but also listened to? Audible is a huge library of high-quality audiobooks with lots and lots of fiction and non-fiction titles. It's a great way to learn new things and to get more reading done. Audible is available for all the major tablet platforms. Next up, Biscuit. Remember when you had to cram new words in school? Well, sometimes we still have to do that, even as grown-up interpreters, be it for a fisheries meeting or a medical conference, let's say. Biscuit, which is available for both iOS and Android, is a great app for learning. You can very easily create new lists, for example by highlighting words in an article you are reading in the browser or in a document you are preparing. Throughout the day, Biscuit can send you notifications with a word from your list and its equivalent in another language. If you are an Evernote user, and I think you should be, you can unlock additional features like adding your Biscuit word lists to the Evernote Peak app, which I will present later, or taking a photo of a page in a book and have Evernote and Biscuit generate a word list from that page. If the source language is English, Biscuit will automatically give you translations in the target language you have chosen. Documents is a long-time favorite app of mine. First of all, it's a file manager that lets you organize, let's say, all the bits and pieces that you have collected for a given meeting or conference. You can copy, move, rename, zip and unzip files, put them into folders and give them different colors. Documents works with all Office documents, so Word, PowerPoint and Excel, and even music and video. When your material is available in the PDF format, it is very easy to make annotations like highlight, underline or strike through. You can add comments and so forth. The app will automatically generate an overview of all the annotations that you have made in the text, so it's very easy to navigate the document. The app is available only for iOS, unfortunately. An alternative for Android and Windows Phone, albeit with fewer features, is the Adobe Reader application. Evernote Peak is just such a brilliant idea. It uses your iPad and the Apple Smart Cover or Smart Case that many people use for learning all kinds of things. New words, definitions or world capitals, let's say. You start the app and close the lid. Now, just open the first segment of the Smart Cover to see the question or hint. If you know the answer, close the cover and repeat. If you're not sure, open the second segment of the iPad cover to see the correct answer, and then click on Correct or Incorrect. Voila! There's an ingenious way to use your iPad for learning. Note that this app requires a free Evernote account and works very well with the Biscuit app that I showed you earlier. Next up, Haiku Deck. Every interpreter has witnessed their fair share of boring PowerPoint presentations. Now, whether you're giving presentations yourself or you're talking to a presenter, you should know about Haiku Deck, and should the presenter tell about it, I think. This free app makes it dead simple to create interesting presentations with little text and great visuals, photos, graphs or diagrams. You can use Haiku Deck on the iPad or the iPhone and on the web. Interpreters need to know about almost everything: world affairs, economics, sports, arts, you name it. A good way to do this is using RSS feeds. Almost every website has them. You click a button and you are automatically subscribed to the new content the site publishes. Mr. Reader is where I read all that content. I can easily browse the headlines and see a thumbnail image. If I want to read an article, I just tap and open it. When I'm done, I can save content for later, I can email it or share it on social networks. Mr. Reader is an iPad-only app, but Feedly and Flipboard are great alternatives on Android. Tablets are great devices for note-taking, and Notability is probably one of the best ones when it comes to notes. On a tablet, you have several options. Not only can you type on the screen or with an additional keyboard, you can also write with your hand or your finger to be more precise, or maybe use a stylus instead. What about recording the sound in the room while you take your notes, for example at a seminar or a lecture? Notability lets you do all three and at the same time to boot. Even cooler, if you type your notes and record the audio, both are synchronized. Once you're done, just tap on something you typed and listen to what was said at the exact point in time. Notability is available for iPad and iPhone. If you're on Android, try handwriting. As I said earlier, interpreters read a lot, both at home and on the go. But sometimes you'll stumble upon a very interesting article that you absolutely want to read, but not right now because you're busy. Just put it in Pocket. Pocket is a read later app that will store all those must-not-miss articles and download them in a clean format to be read later when you have time. Now, you always have reading material for long trips or when you're relaxing in your favorite armchair. Pocket is a free app on iOS and Android. On top of RSS news feeds, which I mentioned earlier, podcasts are a great way to keep up with what's going on and to learn new things. By subscribing to podcasts you like, you make sure you never miss an episode of your favorite show. Most big broadcasters, such as the BBC, make their programming available in a podcast format, so you can listen to it whenever and wherever you want. PocketCasts, available on iOS and Android, is a great app to manage your podcast subscriptions. It will even download new episodes automatically in the background if you so choose. And here's another app from the same developer as with Documents, Riedl. It's a very, very useful app. You have probably been in that situation where you needed a piece of paper in digital form in order to, for example, email it to someone. Now, your tablet has a built-in camera, which usually provides good image quality. With scanner apps like Scanner Pro, you can just take a photo of your document and turn it into a proper PDF. The app will recognize the borders of your piece of paper and automatically correct the perspective. You can also adjust the brightness, sharpen the picture, or change it from color to grayscale. A good Android alternative to Scanner Pro is CamScanner. Now, Tabforms is a general-purpose database app that I use for terminology management. It is well designed and easy to use. I can create my own glossaries with any data field I want, even images, or I can import glossaries in the CSV format that I find on the web. Tabforms also lets me share my data with colleagues in several ways, for example, via email. Tabforms is an iPad app. Android users should check out the Memento database app. The last app for today is Tripit. It's available on iOS, Android, and Windows Phone. Tripit helps you organize and manage all your private and business trips. Whenever you get a confirmation email for a flight or for a hotel booking, just forward it to Tripit. The service will automatically extract all the relevant information and create a useful trip plan for you, so you see everything you need to know about your trip at a glance. You can check your flight status and even rebook when something does not go as planned. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this app tour de force. If you want to leave a comment or share your favorite app, please go to tabletinterpreter.eu or find me on Twitter as TabTurp. Thank you for watching and bye-bye.